One of the perks for working for Big Daddy Unlimited is the access we have to some really cool guns, and this is one of them. This is the Smith & Wesson CSX. It's a subcompact single-action 9mm pistol. Having shot a good number of single actions in the past, this was actually the first subcompact single action I've ever had to play with. I had some preconceptions, but I really didn't know what to expect. But my first impressions were good. It was apparent that Smith & Wesson put a lot of thought into the engineering of this pistol. In the true fashion of single action pistols, this is the exposed hammer. Now with single action pistols, to be in condition 1 or ready to fire with the round in the chamber, the hammer's cocked back, the safety is engaged, and speaking of safeties, this has an ambidextrous thumb safety. You can see, you can activate it from either side here, and it has an ambidextrous slide lock as well. So not only that, but you can actually change the mag catch over to the left side as well. So for you southpaws out there, Smith & Wesson kept you in mind when they were engineering this gun. Obviously, the ambi thumb safety here physically prevents the hammer from falling. Let's do a little gun safety since we picked this gun up real quick. We always like to check twice, visually and physically, to make sure the gun is empty, magazine is out, gun is empty, and we're quite satisfied. I've actually obviously checked before we shot this, started shooting this video today. We also have a loaded chamber indicator that you can see right here. You can see that little round portion on the top of the slide, although obviously we should always treat all guns as if they're loaded at all times. We have a nice flat-faced trigger here, and the trigger is very interesting. It is flat-faced. It looks like a typical single-action trigger, but it does have a fulcrum-type trigger device that must be pressed, much like a lot of those polymer pistols, the striker-fire pistols we see, before the trigger can actually engage the sear and drop that hammer. But it is very comfortable, and it does break really nice and crisp. It's not necessarily a really light trigger. It broke for me. I put a trigger scale on it, about 4.5 pounds or so, but it felt really good. The grip has really nice texturing. They put a lot of thought into the grip. The front strap feels really good. It's not like gritty sandpaper, doesn't dig into your hand, but it does allow you to get some good purchase. We have this wraparound portion here, the back strap and side panels. This is a one-piece part that can actually be changed out. So if you want to reduce the palm swells or the backstrap swell, you actually put the replacement part on here. It gets rid of the palm swells on the sides and reduces the backstrap a little bit as well. So it's interchangeable, and you can actually customize it to your grip. Now, as with most single action pistols, there is a prominent beaver tail here. The beaver tail serves two purposes. First, it protects the web of your hand from that slide as it comes back, right? That's pretty obvious. And it really gives you something to brace up against so that you can get a nice high grip, and that's really important. You want to get your grip as high to the bore axis as possible to give you more control. It's necessary for control, especially when you're shooting small handguns. And speaking of small, we'll talk about some of the dimensions here. The slide length is just a tad over 6 inches. We have a barrel that's 3.1 inches long. It is a stainless steel barrel, and it weighs just over a pound. We put it on the scale, and it tipped the scale at just over 19 ounces empty. The CSX comes with 2 magazines. We have a 10-round magazine that fits flush, and we have a 12-round magazine. But let's talk about this 12-rounder. Notice my pinky is hanging off here. If you follow enough of my content when talking about shooting pistols, you know I talk about the importance of this pinky. The pinky contributes to up to 30% or more of your grip strength. It's really important to incorporate this pinky if you can, and we can incorporate it with the 12-round magazine. You can see it gives me just enough room to wrap that pinky around and give me more control to use that extra grip strength. More control means more accuracy. This pistol also has high visibility white sights. Got a 3 white dot sight system here. They're really easy to pick up. They show up quickly when you raise that gun up to your eyes. And this gun is, by the way, pretty accurate. I was able to consistently hit 8-inch steel targets shooting freehand out to about 20 yards or so. All right, 5 for 5 with the Smith & Wesson CSX. Initially, like it. Three-shot group, about an inch group. Looking good. So guys, if you're looking for a cool little single action pistol that's accurate, easy to conceal, and fun to shoot, the Smith & Wesson CSX just might be the gun for you. For Big Daddy Unlimited, I'm Denny Chapman, and thanks for watching.